All right, guys, welcome to Skip the BS podcast. It's me, Marv, my boy Carl, my brother, and we're going to go over some NFL topics today.
T-minus 90 seconds and counting. All systems are go.
I know it's probably on everybody's mind, so we're just going to get right to it. So topic number one, what should the Patriots do with Mac Jones?
Trade him immediately. Trade him to the Falcons. Trade him to, I wouldn't say Vikings. I don't think the Vikings would want Mac Jones. I would say Falcons probably get a third round pick, maybe a third and a fifth. There's no way you're getting a second. You could get a second from, right?
I think it depends on what team you trade him to. Like
the Falcons are stacked.
I think the Falcons are probably the best team that I would consider because they don't need much.
And they're
like, they have weapons. They have nice weapons.
Right.
And right now, Desmond Ridder is just playing basically like Marcus Mariota played last year. Like he's just sacrificing games late in the stretch.
Right.
So I think the Falcons, you could probably squeeze out like a decent third, second round pick for Mac Jones because they're thinking like, okay, he manages games very well, at least when he has someone decent calling the plays. Right, he has Arthur Smith calling plays for him. Right. That's much better than what he had with Matt Patricia.
He'll have Drake London. He'll have I forgot the kid's name.
Kyle Pitts, Bijan
Robinson to take pressure off.
Mac Jones is not going to sacrifice games, right? Like he's not. No one's saying he's going to wow you.
No, he definitely can win you games. We've seen it before.
No, but I'm just saying, like, Mac Jones specifically is not going to cost you games. And that's what Desmond Ridder's doing right now. So I think if I'm Mac Jones, the best situation to go into where you can not necessarily have to rebuild your career, you kind of just step in and start getting things moving would be the Atlanta Falcons.
I don't even think he's giving you games, to be honest. I think, honestly, Mac Jones compared to Desmond Ridder would be like, in a way, getting a cheap, little quick first round pick, which he was, but I think in the Falcons he'd be a stud.
Oh
yeah, he'd be an absolute stud. People, he's so underrated with the deep balls. People forgot what he was doing in college, right? And you've even seen on the Patriots with the Bourne, right? Sometimes, or have those nice plays. Remember when he played the Cowboys that first year? Mm-hmm. What was it, like a 70-yard pass? Like 69?
It was the pass that he threw around Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah. So, like, it's just a bigger improvement. The only other team I could think of would be the Vikings. But the question is, how soon are they moving from Kirk Cousins? How many years does he have left on his contract?
I think he only has a year left on his deal. But regardless of that, they should probably move on at this point because you're just gonna keep paying him top dollar. Every time they extend him, they pay him a good $50 million. Like, you might as well just move on from him now. Take a Mac Jones who's young. He's not going to cost you anything, even when that rookie contract comes up, because unfortunately for him, a lot of his potential has been wasted with the Patriots a little bit because he had defensive coordinators calling plays for him. Now he has Bill O'Brien calling plays for him, but he also has no one to throw it to. So the Vikings could scoop him and the Falcons, and you're getting a guy who, when it's time to pay him, if he's flashed you some potential, you could probably just pay him a quick 3-4 year, $100 million deal. You don't even have to pay him what they paid Daniel Jones because that was bank.
Yeah.
So,
okay, that's fair.
I think for his sake, if I'm Mac Jones, that's what I'd want.
Bill Belichick, please trade Mac Jones now. Tank, let's get Caleb Williams. Let's bring the Empire back. But we're gonna go back to you. So for next question.
So with that being said, so far this season, we're in week 6 of the NFL.
Is it week 6 already?
Yeah, the season's moving pretty quick.
The season's basically almost done.
It's pretty much almost done. So far, the way things are looking, who's your Super Bowl picks for this year?
It's about that time.
Give me one AFC and one NFC.
So, for the NFC, I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions. And I'm going to give you a reason why. It could be the Eagles, but with the way Jalen Hurts is starting off right now, it's not, this isn't MVP Hurts. It was in the conversation last year. The Eagles are the most stable team, which means they could have a major injury, except from a guy named Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? But anybody else can get hurt on the defense or on the offense, and they still have a chance. The 49ers if one person gets hurt, i.e., C-Mac, George Kittle, right? Bosa's not hurt, right?
No.
Okay. Bosa. Bosa, who's, so one of those guys, just one of them, they're done. And I'm pretty sure right now Christian McCaffrey's hurt for something. He has like a
he got
sprained
banged
ankle.
up a little bit.
Yeah, right. So it's like, and right now he's carrying that team. Even though we got to give credit to the quarterback, Brock Purdy, right? But he landed in the best situation possible. With that, there comes some risk. Debo Samuel's also hurt, isn't he?
He got nicked up too. Yeah.
So you lose Debo, even though I'm pretty sure, Ayuk's is number one right now, but you lose any one of those guys, that team's done. And they're going to lose one of those guys. We know this. They're going to lose it. There's no way in hell everybody on the 49ers is going to be healthy come playoff time or Super Bowl time. So to me, I'm going with the Lions. Jared Goff's high right now. I don't even think if they lost... Actually, no, they can't lose anybody either. But they're very sturdy. You don't hear a lot of injuries coming from them. I believe in St. Brown all the way. So that's their main guy right now. So yeah, I got the Lions. For the AFC, I don't want to say this because we've talked to a certain friend that we know. I'm gonna put a lot of faith in the Bengals right now. I'm gonna put money on the Bengals. They did the same thing they've done in the past. They started slow. Joe Burrow's a little nicked up right now. He's still warming that little calf. He'll be ready. He got paid. He's got something to prove. Mahomes, I know they just got Miko Hardman back, but I just don't trust the Chiefs right now. Like, I'm hearing things I haven't heard before, like Travis Kelce got hurt, won't be here for a game. Normally it's Mahomes getting hurt. I feel like he's getting towards that age. I wouldn't be surprised if Kelce got hurt again. I don't have that much faith in them. There's no way in hell Aaron Rodgers is coming back. I know, that's been the talk of the town. He's not going to be back. I have no faith in Lamar Jackson. No faith in Justin Herbert. No faith, right? I mean, am I wrong for that? What do you think?
No, I don't think you're wrong.
Well, with Justin Herbert, I know that's your guy.
Justin Herbert, I personally don't have faith in either. Mm-hmm. I would say when it comes to the AFC, I got the Buffalo Bills making to the Super Bowl this year because I think
they've been winning ugly though.
It's one of those things where if they don't do it now, it's over. This is if there's any time to steal one from the Chiefs, this is the season you want to do it.
Yeah. Because
the Chiefs are going to win a lot of games, but they're still not even the Chiefs they were last year. Like, you almost feel like every time you play the Chiefs, you can get them.
Right.
Like, you can get a hold of them. And I think the Bills, if you can't do it now...
Oh, they're done. Diggs is getting older.
I know the Bengals started slow and they're going to pick things up, yeah, but, Burrow's going to be working that calf all season. This is your chance to steal one from Cincinnati. The Jaguars I like, but they're such a young team. They're not battle tested. This is your chance to steal one from them too. The Ravens, I have no faith in. The Chargers, I don't even know. I'm not 100% sure if the Chargers will even make the playoffs this year. So I think this is the Bills' chance. If you can't steal it from now, it's over.
Yeah, it's
over. You just scratch the project.
The surprising thing with I can't remember his name. He's a super popular online man. He was on the Chiefs. Now he's with the Bengals. Brown?
Orlando Brown.
What's going on with that? Because Joe Burrow's running for his life still.
Yeah.
So, but we've seen it happen before, and he didn't even have an Orlando Brown. So it's he definitely can make the Super Bowl with the team that he has.
I mean, he can lose it too.
We're just saying who's going. We're not saying who's winning.
I said, I just think again all the scenarios are almost perfect for the Bills to just steal one. In terms of the NFC,
it's crazy how we didn't mention the Dolphins though, with how great of a start they've had.
Well, I don't trust Tua's health.
Me neither.
So until I see him finish out the season unhurt, I got no faith in the Dolphins.
Hey man, he's been taking jiu-jitsu classes.
Oh yeah.
He knows how to roll now.
That's certainly gonna help, but if Tua, unless he can stay healthy for the full season, which I don't see happening personally, But if he could, I don't see a reason why they couldn't make it. But in terms of the NFC, I still have the 49ers making it. Because
I don't blame you.
As long as
everybody stays healthy.
not necessarily everybody. I just think Brock Purdy played a very tough defense last week.
Okay.
And when the game was on the line, he put them right in position to win it. They lost because the kicker couldn't make a 41-yard field goal. It is what it is. But I think as long as you don't lose, like 2 quarterbacks with this team, I think they'll be fine. The Lions are just not battle tested. Like, the only player on their team really that sniffed
It's the most important
success
position.
is Jared Goff.
Was a quarterback.
But he's surrounded by a bunch of young dudes. Like, I don't think coaching in the playoffs is completely different.
Agreed.
So because they're not battle tested, I'm a little timid for them going into a playoff game against the Eagles. In a regular season game against the Eagles, I could see them winning. In a regular season game against the 49ers, I could see them winning. Come playoff time,
That's a different
the
story.
49ers have the most experience in the playoffs.
They do.
The Eagles just played in the Super Bowl. The Lions are just so young. Like, Goff's got it on offense. He's got the
I'm sipping my
experience.
boy Panay Sewell though.
CJ Gardner-Johnson has the experience on defense.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, they're just surrounded by a bunch of young dudes. So I just think they need to be battle tested first.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Well, honestly, I really want to pick the Chiefs, but because they're the only team I could think of in the AFC. I can't trust the Bills though. I cannot trust Josh Allen with those interceptions. I cannot.
But playoff Josh Allen is something. Josh Allen in the playoffs is easily one of the most spectacular performers.
That him and Mahomes going back at it, back and forth. Yeah.
Is he going to lose another game in 13 seconds again? Probably not. That's probably not going to happen. I know last year he lost to the Bengals, but I'm sure he's going to. They got to figure it out. Like I said, this is your year to steal one. The Bengals O-line still suck. Burrow has a bad calf. Like, if you can't do it now, this project is done. It's just you're just a show at this point.
And the thing that's gonna stink is the fact that we've seen what Josh Allen has looked like without Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs probably has another 2 more great seasons.
If he even stays.
If he even stays, people got to get paid. Their DBs are going to be leaving. Poirier and Poyer? What's his name again?
Jordan Poyer.
Jordan Poyer and the other guy. My guy. Aren't they around their 30s?
Oh yeah, they're
33, 32?
mid-30 age. They're up there in age.
So,
like I said, this
the project will absolutely be over. He'll end up being another like Aaron Rodgers guy. Well, minus the MVPs, but he'll put up the stats. He might be worse. He might regress because we remember what Josh Allen was without Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Like, it's not surprising the minute they got Stephon Diggs, he was, dropping 30 TDs and everything. But, we'll just have to see. But for now, I'll go with the Bengals and I'll go with the Lions. So,
right.
What was your AFC team again?
I got 49ers
Bills,
and Buffalo.
Bills and 49ers? That would be a
phenomenal
Super
Super Bowl.
I would have the 49ers winning that though.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, so far this season, what would you say the top 5 quarterbacks are? Just based off this year, performance-wise.
Mahomes, Brock Purdy, Jared Goff. I gotta put Burrow in the top 5 just because it's Burrow. He's gonna come back.
Well, we're going off what they've done so far.
I can't. I don't know, to be honest with you. Because I'm thinking about it, I'm like, Hurts is not that good. Lamar.
Not impressive. Herbert's. Man.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say about the top 5 quarterback list.
Dak, let's not talk about.
Absolutely not.
Man.
So far, I got Tua, Patrick Mahomes,
My
Jared Goff,
Tua.
Brock Purdy, The fifth spot's a tough one because everyone's kind of like
You wouldn't
up and down so far right
have
now.
Purdy over Tua?
No, I got Tua right
You're
now.
more impressed by Tua?
It's not necessarily that I'm more impressed. He's just, you know, in my opinion, he's on the better offense, and he's doing what you should with a better offense. And then I'll give it to Justin Herbert. The good and bad thing about Justin Herbert is he's the same dude every week.
The bad thing about it is that he's the same dude.
The bad thing is he's also the same.
Can we
dude
get a
every week.
miracle?
So
Please.
the thing with Justin Herbert, it's like so far in his career, he hasn't shown you to be like the comeback kid.
He's actually done.
He puts up numbers, but like you saw in the Cowboys game, like you never want to end your last drive of a football game throwing an interception. But I can't help to put him in the top 5 because so far, based on like the media's top 5 quarterbacks,
right.
Jalen Hurts has looked nothing like he did in the Super Bowl.
He's not even man. Look, he's
Lam-
right there with Deshaun Watson right now when Deshaun's playing. So
Lamar Jackson is stealing money at
slightly
this point.
better than both those guys we just talked about.
Burrow's putting it together. Trevor is also putting it together. Dak is still Dak, unfortunately.
And Trevor's gonna be the one at the end of the year who's gonna be number 5 for me in that list.
Oh, I believe he'll be
You know
top
what I mean?
5
So,
as
yeah.
well.
So,
Josh Allen is doing good. He's still doing Josh Allen things. He's gonna, he's got to at least be
yeah, but
the fifth
statistically
spot.
wise right now.
Yeah, he's playing. They romped the
But you know,
Dolphins.
he just like Burrow. Yeah.
So far, Josh Allen's bad game was the first week against the Jets.
Right.
First week of football, you
Best
can kind
defense
of
in the league.
You're right. You can kind of forgive that because it's the first game. You're trying out new things. You're trying to see what works. We get it, right? But Brock Purdy's been excellent. Like he's been phenomenal. Tua's been doing his thing, staying healthy. He's doing basically what he did at Alabama. If you give him the right weapons, your job as an organization is to surround the quarterback with talent. He looks phenomenal. He looks the way he did at Alabama. Patrick Mahomes does not really have a lot to throw to outside of Travis Kelce, but he's the best that's ever done it.
Like,
So
he made a
still
throw
looks
to
like
Watson. I was watching on tape last night. Oh my gosh, man!
Right.
He's
he
has to be number
he's a
1,
top
whether you
dog.
like it or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's how the quarterback, I guess, race is looking like right now. But, a couple of those names will probably change.
You got
I
Goff
think.
up there?
I do have Jared Goff up there because he's playing excellent. He's playing like he's the best quarterback in the NFC.
Okay.
Surrounded by young teams. At this point, you
He's
can kind
playing like, or he is?
of. No, I would say he's playing like because
Purdy.
to
I
me,
forgot about
it's,
Purdy right now,
it's
yeah.
between him and Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
And like I'm not a coward like most people.
Yeah.
Because the only reason people are hesitant to give Brock Purdy his credit is because he was the last pick of the draft, and no one wants to look stupid and say this early in his career that Brock Purdy's that dude. I'm gonna say he's that guy. I've seen it.
Hey, if Brady was that guy.
He's that guy.
He definitely can do it. So.
Yeah. All right. And finally, we have Caleb Williams. We know he's going to be the first quarterback taken out of college. But where do you think is the best landing spot for him?
I'm gonna be biased. New England Patriots. Book it.
I said the best landing spot. Not
New
where you want him.
England Patriots. Book it. Need
Why,
I repeat
why
this?
are they the best for him? Who do they
Legacy.
Legacy.
I'm gonna explain this real quick. You gotta think like Caleb Williams right now, right? We can all agree Caleb Williams is a little bougie. He has that. He really is to me, Aaron Rodgers. He has that thing about him that some people just don't like.
Ego?
Ego, right? Like his ego has. He's very much like Aaron Rodgers, except I would say Aaron Rodgers is more of an introverted guy, and he's more extrovert. He's gonna tell the whole world. You're gonna hear from Rodgers from a press real quick. Oh snap! Yeah, we did. Caleb Williams does not want to play for the Bears. Nobody and their mom wants to play for the Bears. The Bears have never had a good quarterback. They can't develop good quarterbacks. Bears fans may hate it, but if you're a true football nado, right, and you know things, you know. Joe Burrow would have been crushed in the Bears. Okay? Zach Wilson was one of the most talented guys coming out in the draft. You watch his tape, you're like, oh, he's more talented than Joe Burrow. You watch it, you're like, yeah. Joe Burrow went to a better school, had better receivers, had better online, all this stuff, right? Who landed in the better spot? To me, I would say, even though Cincy was bad, Cincy still has good management, right? They still have had good quarterbacks. Andy Dalton was a good quarterback at one point in time.
Yeah.
You go to Chicago, that's where you go to die. No brands, no commercials. You're not going to be Baker Mayfield. Bill Belichick's on the hot seat right now. We've seen Mac Jones be good. Last year, we won rookie year. Last year, it was a tough year, but we still won about like 7 to like 8 games-ish. We're not the Bears. We're not. If we get the guy, if Bill Belichick could make, this is a guy who's considered outdated. If he made Jimmy Garoppolo, who's still playing in the NFL today, who's still a good quarterback when he's healthy, look great, Caleb Williams is more talented. If he could do that with Jimmy Garoppolo, I mean, like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Now, is Bill Belichick a little bougie right now? Absolutely. Absolutely. But here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Josh McDaniels get fired, right? Everything's clicking back together. He's coming back. I see him going back to the Patriots. If Bill Belichick doesn't take him back, I'd be dumb. And if he's still surprisingly on the Raiders, I'd be shocked. Right? Because no offense, like, Josh McDaniels should never be allowed to be a head coach. Legendary offensive coordinator. Sometimes you just gotta know who you are, know your place, right? You're an offensive coordinator. You're a legendary one. Go back to your roots. Now, with or without him, I still believe in Bill O'Brien, right? I just think he got the worst when he got over. There's nobody could create separation of that team. We do need a quarterback like a Russell Wilson-ish who could roll out, create. Because Kendrick Bourne will be open eventually, right? And if he's not there, Juju definitely won't be open. Forget about that. But he'll be able to get those little short passes that he was doing on the Chiefs. He's a big body receiver. Pressing him's hard. You know what I mean? Like, it could work. You have Mike Gesicki. I mean, and Hunter Henry. How bad are the Patriots really? We give all the credit to the quarterback. It's kind of time to give him all the blame as well, in a way. But I'm going to take a little bit away because we're also going to have to blame the head coach as well. Realistically, I think it's best for both parties if Mac Jones goes to the Falcons. I wouldn't be surprised if, I slept, woke up 8 years later and heard Mac Jones in the race for MVP if he's in Atlanta. I wouldn't be surprised. You watch his tape in college, you watch Matty Ice. It's damn near the same guys. It's a perfect system. But tell me, you know what? You're Caleb Williams. Go to Chicago.
Okay, you're right. The Patriots aren't the Bears, but they're the second worst option in my opinion.
Oh my God.
The Bears is by far the worst team he could go to. Unfortunately, it's looking like he's probably going to go there unless he decides to stay in college or pull a Eli Manning.
Okay.
The Patriots by far are the second worst team for him to go to. It's not even close.
Giants could possibly be better, maybe. But
there's not a receiver on the Patriots team who could play on another football team in the NFL.
Tyquan Thornton
would be a third on any other. They would struggle. In my opinion, the Chiefs have the worst receiving core. The Patriots players would struggle to be the number 2 on the Kansas City Chiefs. They're terrible
as well.
They're off.
They're off.
If I'm Caleb Williams, I'm not like you said. Caleb Williams got a little Aaron Rodgers in him. He's got a little bit of ego. Why would you want to go to New England? Bill Belichick don't play with ego. Where Tom Brady had personality. We didn't see it for 20 years till he left New England. All of a sudden, Brady drinks beer. All of a sudden, Brady has social media. He has all these accounts.
Very true.
I think Caleb Williams. I'd make it very clear if I was his pops. I'm not playing for Chicago, and I'm not playing for New England. I don't think he should touch those teams.
So would you say the Giants? It can't be Cardinals. If Kyler Murray was doing bad with y'all, I mean, it's gonna be the same thing. You're getting the same two guys.
Here's the way I look at it. I look at it as it's still a better situation than the alternative.
Well, we could both agree Bears is the worst, though.
Bears is by far the worst. I would not go to New England.
Before you get to your next point, real quick, I'm gonna hit you back up with the personality. Cam Newton had great personality in New England.
He lasted 1 year, right?
But he was
okay,
horrible.
perfect.
But I'm just saying
he wasn't perfect because all the games he played, he had a winning record.
But he's also a running back, not a quarterback. But that's not. We're talking about Caleb Williams.
It seemed to have worked for him for most of his career, but in terms of Caleb Williams, my thing is who are you going to throw to?
You know what? We're gonna have the most money in the NFL.
That doesn't mean
the top
because a couple of years ago when you guys had the most cap space, you went on free agency and you brought in 2 tight ends. Okay. So you're not gonna do anything with cap space. I think the biggest problem in New England, number one, is they need a new GM. They need to be like, hey Bill, if you want to coach here anymore, someone else is gonna bring in personnel. You're just gonna coach who we bring. Someone else is gonna bring in personnel. And until they do that, Caleb Williams. I'm not touching him because, yeah, he's mobile. He can move out the pocket. He can make spectacular throws. My question is, throw to who?
Okay. We're talking about one bad year. You get there first. It's gonna be tough. But there's gonna be guys. Jerry Jeudy might be traded. We might get him. Who knows? Most likely. Not. But I'm just saying. We're Bill Belichick is in the hot seat right now. He cannot mess up. He's going to put you in the best situation possible.
He's not, because he has not put Mac Jones in the best situation possible.
Mac Jones just isn't that good, though.
He should have put him in the best situation possible. Then we could look at Mac Jones and be like, okay, Mac Jones, you're not that good because you're in the best situation possible. He has not done that.
So let me ask you something.
I don't know how many quarterbacks could be successful in New England today.
Last year, would you say the Texans had a better offense than the Patriots?
I would rather play on the Texans than them.
Now you would, because we see what C.J. Stroud is.
No, because
C.J. Stroud is super uber. He's an A++ guy. He's the Peyton Manning people. I'm just saying, talent-wise, with what we see right now, he's the Peyton Manning guy that people are just like, nah, it's Bryce Young. You got the wrong guy. He's super A+ talented. Mac Jones is not. Mac Jones, like I said, is Matty Ice or possibly Kirk Cousins. That's his floor.
You know what's the difference between the Texans last year and the Patriots? Mm-hmm. The best offensive player on either team plays on the Texans. That's the difference. So I would still rather play in Houston. Okay, fair enough. Dameon Pierce is a better player than anyone in New England's offense. I'd rather play for him. At least we can have a dominant run game, throw to John Mechie III. It's just, for the best thing that could possibly happen to Caleb Williams is a couple of good teams like the Raiders, and by good teams I mean teams that have assets to give up. If I'm the Rams, I'm looking to trading the big 3 for Caleb Williams.
Oh, no, yeah,
I'm picking up the phone. I'm going to say, Chicago, do you want Aaron Donald and Cooper Kupp so Justin Fields has more help? I'll even throw in a first-round pick. Let me draft Caleb Williams number 1. You can draft Marvin Harrison Jr. with your other
but they
pick.
already gave up some first-round picks.
I'm giving up the crib, though. Would you rather have my 13th first-round pick, or would you rather have Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald?
So here's the thing. I could see the Cardinals doing that. Because Cardinals, but you don't want to trade.
No, but they don't have assets. They don't have assets to give up. The Cardinals. If I'm the Bears, I'm gonna have the number 1 and number 2 pick. The Cardinals have nothing to offer me that I'm taking.
They might have 3 and 4.
No, I don't want it.
Okay.
If I'm them, I might call the Rams and say, "Give me Aaron Donald, give me Cooper Kupp."
Right.
And I still have another pick that I'm going to pick with Marvin Harrison. Now Justin Fields has a whole team. If I'm the Raiders, I'm calling the Bears. I'm saying, "Do you want Devontae Adams? Do you want Devontae Adams? My first-round pick." I'll even give you Josh Jacobs because, running backs are expendable. I'll even give you Josh Jacobs if you want. Let me draft Caleb Williams with the number 1 pick. You can have Marvin Harrison Jr. with the 2nd pick.
So quick question.
It's a win-win for everyone.
No, absolutely. If you're Caleb Williams, right? Mm-hmm. Bill Belichick isn't the GM, but he's still the coach. Do you have an issue going to the Patriots?
This is the phone?
Yeah.
Click.
Don't be this guy.
I don't.
You'll end up like Justin Fields. You'll be in the Bears.
Listen, man. We'll see how things play out. Like I said, I think the best thing that could happen to him is one of those teams trading the house for him. Let me know what you guys think. Just skip the BS and let us know. Get straight to the point. Thanks for watching.